So I think first up, we'll introduce everybody, and we'll start with Tash.
Okay. Hi. Um, he wasn't recording again, just so YouTube knows.
Hey.
Wow.
Wow. Getting called
Stitches
out.
get stitches, Tash.
I don't have any
Whoa.
stitches, but I'm terribly accident prone.
I did
I'm
it
Tash.
so naturally as well.
Hi, I'm Tash. I do variety gaming and I bully Sheepdog because he's a Goomba. I don't even remember what I've played today or this week, but I had a nap today and I played Breath of the Wild.
You did Rainbow Six Siege?
I did Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I
There you
caught
go.
some of that.
I do
looks
that,
cool.
and I do like Skyrim and stuff, so it's a variety. And I have cookies.
Oh yeah, no. I got thrown by the whole not recording thing. Next up, Josh.
Hello, everyone. I'm Josh. Or Josh. Or Yersh. Or Yosh.
Or Gaming FTL.
Whatever you want to say, depending on how silly you're feeling. I'm playing Cass, the broken, not bent vampire by Sheepy, who is the worst. God, this week has been a blur for me. But I released a super cool hashtag sponsored Stellaris video, which I enjoyed, talking about daddies and space
And squids.
daddies.
I am 100% gonna for no particular reason other than I support your content.
Oh,
Well, what kind of content do you do, Vandy?
speaking of people who are going to get pigeonholed.
Wow. Hi, I'm Vandy. I do variety content and art stuff. I am currently in the process of cutting up a mold for dice because I've been really into some dice stuff, including now starting commissions with them. So that's really exciting. I have recently been playing puzzle games on Twitch, but when I'm here, I play Tess Aquila, the poor vampire with daddy issues. So many daddy issues. Speaking of daddy issues, why don't we go over to Airsick Hydra?
Yo. So, I'm Hydra. For the past week, I've been stocking up on toilet rolls. I'm up to like 100 now, and if anyone wants to buy some, hit me up on eBay. Aside from that, I guess I play a Malkavian dude who might be a detective. Who knows? Might be other things too. Who knows? I do. Sheepy does too.
I do.
I've been thoroughly unproductive otherwise this week, so that's about me done. Let's do this.
We should do some teamwork. You've been unproductive and I had a nap, so
It's Monday. Come on, the week has just started. We're fine.
so
You don't have to have a productive week yet.
Is it a bank holiday today?
no.
No?
For you guys?
Not
Okay.
yet.
That's weird.
What month are you in?
I never know if it's a bank holiday, and
Daylight savings. I don't know if that's related.
I went
No.
out
It's
this
not for us yet.
It is for me.
I went out this morning and like the streets were clear. I guess maybe that's just because everyone's dead. But anyway,
There was the break.
speaking of everyone being dead, how about I do a recap of last episode?
Yeah,
Why
I'm gonna
don't
turn
you?
off for a minute. There we go.
I'm just.
You just all gotta go. Shall I just do it solo? Like everyone walks away in protest.
I'm just gonna weep into my composite mold.
So, last week, the gang, I'm going to call you guys the gang until you officially form a coterie, but for now, the gang, decided to head out to a warehouse where the Carricks, a criminal gang / family, were rumored to have set up and also taken Herr Bastian, the Tremere Primogen, when he was kidnapped. When they got there, they encountered two people beating the ever-loving crap out of each other for no particular reason. Upon investigation, they tied them both up and investigated further, finding dead bodies, beaten bodies. Inside the hangar, inside the warehouse, was a scene of horrific death and blood and viscera. While Cass was still outside, about to... I believe he was about to ghoul one of the...
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. He encountered... Oh, 1 second. I'm on the wrong thing here anyway. He encountered a kindred, we assume, by the name of Clay Fraser. Everyone took an instant dislike to him, especially Tess, who snapped and charged at him in an attempt to beat the crap out of him. Unfortunately, he was a little bit faster. He managed to dodge out the way. Upon a kind of a quick back and forth where they talked about maybe him giving them one of the still alive humans to question, Cassius threatened to kill or take one of the humans, who Clay then beheaded in an instant. Unfortunately, Cassius wasn't quite quick enough. After that, Clay disappeared. Everyone was very grumpy, and they headed off. Tess and Chrys went back to get in the car and head to a race, whereas Cassius went downstairs to have a chat with Winnie, and Mac stayed upstairs. I think he wanted a word with Cassius. However, downstairs, Cassius found Winnie interrogating another human who was also vaguely connected to the disappearance of the Tremere, and he was trying to find more things out. From what he could tell, the only cogent piece of information was that there was someone who drank blood, but also chatted to them in the daytime. Yeah. After that, he drained the human to kill him and also to not waste food because he was hungry. And then he burst into flames. It started slowly. Very strange. He did also puke up blood, which also caught on flames. Despite the attempts of Cassius and Mac, who heard the sounds and came down to help out, they were unable to put out the flames, and Winnie ended up burning to death. Worried that there was something very large and worrying going on, also under the instructions of Winnie, his last words to Cassius, I believe, was the blood is tainted and protect the children. Cassius and Mac headed to Cassius's haven, his home away from home, where they'd be safe, at the same time calling up Tess and Chrys to get them there as well. Once they got there, there was a brief conversation about the passing of Winnie, of which I think neither girls really took on board yet. There's still, there's a lot of denial, and there was a lot of, not really anger, but confusion. Cassius walked them into the forest towards his haven, telling a story as he went. The mist and fog that is always prevalent in the forest enveloped them, took away their sight, just kind of clung to them, and they all ended up back at a campsite, aside from Cassius, who walked out into a clearing with a small little pillar type thing, a gravestone. Cassius, a little bit nonplussed as to what was happening, but I don't think really caring, sat down and waited as footsteps approached. Big red, glowing eyes came out of the darkness, and a very large dark wolf with like little bits of shadow trailing off it walked out into the clearing and pretty much said, you know, you used my story. Cassius realized that this was Gravestone, the story that he had been telling, getting back through the thing, and he asked what the price was for, basically, as he realized that Gravestone was part of the deal he had going on. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Warding?
The warding. He wondered what the price would be, and Gravestone said there was no price, but he thought they would have to talk. And that's where we left things last week. So, we come in, fade into the clearing with Cassius sitting in front of this little pillar, little gravestone. On the other side of it, a little ways away, is Gravestone. Very, very large. To give you an idea of the size of Gravestone, if you were standing up, you'd kind of reach his haunch, like the chest, his kind of chest area. So, quite big. And he kind of takes a step forward, and then kind of goes down onto his belly, like shifts down, so he's kind of more your, he's more your height. And like his head goes down in that typical dog way, where it's got like its paws out front, and then its head like rests over its paws. The head is still like, oh, you can still see his eyes like over the gravestone, in front of you. And he sits there and regards you for a little bit, waiting to see if you want to say anything.
Cassius is just kind of in the dirt on his knees, just kind of staring off into space, I think, at this point. Sort of half expecting,
Death?
even though he's not got the vibe that this thing is violent, sort of expecting to have his head bitten off.
Okay.
In possibly metaphorical, maybe literal senses.
Yeah. So I think probably after, it's probably a good like 5 or 10 minutes where it's just silent and Gravestone is just like regarding you kind of like fairly curiously. If you don't say or do anything within those 5 to 10 minutes, he'll probably chip in at some point.
Yes, I imagine that is exactly what happens.
Okay. People are making me paranoid about my recording. No, it's fine. So when he speaks, it's almost like a rumble in your brain, as opposed to like, you know, obviously his mouth isn't moving. He's not kind of, you know, like articulating the words, and he's not like translucent or anything like that either. He seems to be a solid entity, but there is a kind of like ethereal feel to him, like the smoke that just kind of like drifts off him lightly, the kind of the like dark blue sheen that goes through his coat. Like he's a like a big black wolf, but there is like this kind of like little blue, dark blue kind of like shimmer to his coat. And he says, do
you not have any questions for me?
Yeah, I guess I do. This isn't what I expected this to... How I expected this to work. How did I get here?
You summoned yourself to me by using my story, my words.
I thought that story would take me back to my camp, though.
It caught my attention.
So you control this place.
That was the deal I made with your friend.
God damn it. Yeah, well, I guess I should say thanks for keeping me safe for all this time.
Thank you for remembering me through story. It has been a long time since anyone has done that.
Well, you're welcome. It's been incredibly useful to just disappear sometimes. Do you want people to remember you? I mean, what are you?
I am Gravestone. I mark death.
Oh. Okay. And it's not a problem that I told that story then.
I would like more people to know of me, even if it's just in story.
I can do that. I'm kind of a storyteller. If you've got more stories, I could listen and then I could share them. Do you know what I am?
Yes, I'm Mark Death. I recognized you.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. So, if you mark death, how long have you been doing that?
Interesting. Let's make this a roll.
Oh no.
And let's have it be charisma persuasion, I think.
Okay. Oh no, that's performance. Whoops. Oh no, I've got even less dice than that. One success.
Okay.
Has been a long time.
Of course.
As the lives of Mayflies are to you, your lives are to me.
Oh. And just like Cassius, wide eyes, all the signs of just going into shock. Because he understands vampires can live a long time, and whatever that means for vampires, probably similar or better / worse for this thing.
Let me ask you a question.
Anything, sure, yes.
You have many ghosts and specters waiting to see you. Would you like to see any of them?
Ghosts? Who are they? Do you know? Do they know?
They wait on the other side, pushing to get through. They are echoes of what they once were.
I am not really ready to see that side of things yet. I don't. There's a lot of stuff I want to do here. I want a lot of things. I don't know. Do you like stories? Or do you just have your own?
I know countless stories, passed down through the ages.
Well, fortunately for me, I kind of love stories, and if you'd share yours with me, I can share yours, the ones you want, with everyone else. Do you know Weirgate?
He kind of like his head cocks in that kind of dog way of like, huh?
Biscuit?
It's the place I came from. I don't know how your power works, but I came from the city and into the woods nearby this place called Weirgate.
My domain is limited to this forest, but at one point, I spanned all over.
Yeah, there's some of my friends really were fond of trees. I'm of the belief that they have a spirit. Everything can communicate with us. I don't know if it's true, but I like to believe it.
I can share with you stories that I know, but there is something I would like.
Of course, that seems like a fair trade. You have stories, I like to hear stories, and I can share yours.
I miss the days when I was worshipped like a god.
This is almost too perfect. Yes. I can see how that might appeal to some.
So, we will start like this. Bring me a sacrifice, and I shall ensure the light does not touch you inside my forest.
That sounds like a great deal. The light, is that something recently happened to me regarding light and fire? I don't suppose you know anything about that?
Again, he like cocks his head.
Just interested in the forests. Okay. That's fair enough.
You care what happens to mayflies?
I understand. Yes, I understand what you mean. I also kind of When you were worshipped, did you ever know or talk to or receive messages from druids?
Some of my final worshippers painted themselves blue.
I think my kind of worship might be compatible with what you're interested in then. I used to spend a lot of time. I even went to one of the great stone circles. I mean, we called it Stonehenge, but I don't think that means anything specific to you. There are tons of them around.
I know of the place you speak. I was there when it was put in the ground.
Of course. It's still sort of in use today. If I ever escape this city, then maybe I'll go visit it and we can worship there for you. Are my friends okay?
They are fine. They are where you wished to go. I merely brought you here so we could talk.
I can spread your story. I can find a sacrifice. You have any specific flavors that you prefer?
Yes.
Name it.
I would rather see what you prepare for me yourself.
Okay. Great. This is great. I need to make sure that my friends are, obviously they're safe because of you, but I need to talk to them. Can you show me the way?
Yes. Stand still.
And he opens his mouth, and mist and fog just barrel out and around you. And you are taken back. What you appear in your camper van. Just the mist kind of swirls back, uncurls from you.
Cass stands up and looks around for the others and just kind of stumbles around.
Well, you're inside the camper van, so you'll have to
Yeah, he bursts open the door almost as if he's drunk.
Yeah. I would assume that you guys, I mean, it probably wouldn't have been much time, maybe 20 seconds from when you stepped out. So yeah, they're standing there, probably looking nonplussed and looking around for you.
Yeah, Cass bursts out of the camper van door, trips over the step, and just goes boomf into the leaves and the mud.
Hey, you
Oh.
okay?
Maybe.
Well, I'm not. Can you explain to me what's going on? Also, I already went into a camper. There's not a lot of food in there.
There's just dog food for Conan. I went somewhere else. How long have you been waiting here?
About 20
Like
seconds.
a minute, 20 seconds. I was timing it.
This place is messed up. Okay.
Are we safe?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be safe. There's spirit to this place that protects us for now.
Maybe we should talk inside for a bit.
I don't think that's going to stop them hearing you.
No, I just want to sit down.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, I've got some slightly decrepit camper chairs next to this fire pit and a log that I pulled up. So if that's something you want to sit down on, or
Yeah, that'll do. We should talk.
Cass gets to preparing a small fire in the center. Just for light and atmosphere.
And it's kind of like a little controlled fire. It's a bit more safe than just like a fire pit. So there's no real worry.
He's properly like dug it out so it's lowered, and there's also rocks around it, and he's properly. Yeah.
Hey, so Tess, Chrys, I know you're owed a bit more of an explanation. It was a little rushed back there.
Yeah, it wasn't really helpful.
Yeah, well, it was. I think we're still processing it, but so.
What do you mean he's dead? Like
Burned
he
up.
got taken, or
He burned up.
Yeah. Cass, you were in there when I got there. What were you talking about?
We were talking about the Carracks and the people who are Masquerade breaches, and the clearing up and figuring out who did this.
Right.
Some day-walking vampire.
wait? Okay, hold on a second. He burned? Like,
And then
like
he
with
fed on.
fire?
Yes, he fed on the guy that he picked up from the gang. He drank his blood. There's nothing weird about that.
Yeah.
There's
No,
nothing-
that makes I'm with you up until there.
He threw it up, it caught on fire. He burst from the inside into flames. We couldn't stop it. I don't know what that is.
The blood caught on fire.
The blood caught on fire.
He said the blood was tainted.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was like a general statement, but
But
Also,
you just drank blood before, like when we were
Yeah.
with the.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of why I'm prepared to burst into flames at the moment.
just to remind you as well, the jacket of Mac and the throw rug thing that you put on him, Cassius, like also caught fire. Like it was like it sprang to it when you put it on him. So, and you also did see the person going over to help that other, we assume, Kindred. The second they touched them, the fire like leaped onto them as well. So
I was going to ask if Tess and Chrys saw anything on the route,
you
like
didn't see
fires.
anything.
No,
No.
that's fine. Just to make sure.
yeah, look, I'm real sorry, but I don't know what else to say.
I don't think this is limited to Winnie.
No, someone else was on fire when we were driving through.
What?
We
were-
almost ran over someone
Yeah,
who was also on fire in the same way.
someone else was trying to put it out, and then they burst into flames too.
How did we not see any of this when we were driving?
Your driving's really aggressive. It's hard to concentrate.
Maybe it was.
What are you talking about? I drive perfectly safe.
It's
and you
really
look-
aggressive, and it's hard to concentrate.
Maybe it was.
Well, I didn't see anything, and I was concentrating because I'm actually good at driving.
I mean, where were you? You in the city?
We were going out of the city, and then we were out, and then you told us to take the other route, so we took the other route.
I don't know what to tell
Around.
you. There's different vampires in different places probably all want to be in the city center because that's where all the blood is, right?
We need to ask some
If-
questions, figure
if-
this out.
The blood's tainted. How are we gonna eat?
Well,
Hopefully.
not all of it's tainted. I hold my whiskey bottle up. Well, I've been okay so far, at least.
But everyone's been okay so far until suddenly they turn on fire. Apparently.
Yeah. I
Maybe it's certain people, maybe it's certain people who are infected. We don't know. But
Well, when he said that the guy he picked up met up with the people who did this before he found them, he escaped. He was going to get, purged like that fucking clay guy was doing. He dodged that, and then he found the others. So I think this is it's not random.
yeah,
It's not just, well, I mean, it could be by this point. It could be anyone with this weird blood thing, but I don't know.
Do we know anything about this person who, got their blood tainted? Like maybe it's just a small group of people and we don't actually have to worry? Hopefully?
we don't know.
I'm not willing to take the risk. I can find animals for us. For the time being.
No.
I don't want you bursting into flames.
Oh God, if you think I am, no.
I've seen you eat McDonald's. You'll be fine eating an actual real animal.
That is so different. There's no fur on a burger, by the way.
Well, some burgers.
You could get one of those weird cats, which doesn't have any fur.
I'll shave it for you if you need.
Yeah, I think I've got shaving kits somewhere in the van. if
No,
that's what you're
no,
worried
ew,
about.
no,
This has gone
no.
weird.
God, oh God. Seriously, we're just gonna cower in fear because some two people or a small group of people burst into flame. Oh no, God no.
You don't
You
wanna
guys must
eat
be
an animal.
crazy. Do you know what kind of life I've lived? I cannot just go to eating animals.
All right. We
Oh,
don't have to eat animals. You can just go hungry.
I mean,
Well,
well,
there's gotta still be humans out there, right? Like we could go to the club that I go to. We could go there, possibly, and maybe figure that out. Maybe we can test the blood somehow.
wait,
Yeah, but-
testing. What about your friend? What happened with the thing, the vial and the?
I haven't had word back. I could go and ask.
Oh, from the Magic Man?
What if
Yeah,
he's on fire?
Well,
well,
we should go
that's
see
fine.
him. Maybe he can just procure
how about we take him?
deadly meat.
I wouldn't want to owe him for like normal stuff we can get elsewhere.
Oh, he's
We-
not even
we-
gonna
we
pay
should-
attention to you. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Fuck. Yeah, right. Okay, you go to your club then, and we'll test the blood there. That's not an unreasonable idea. I don't know how we can do that.
Do you
I-
have a friend, like someone that's expendable? Let them have a
I
sip
mean-
first.
I'm not gonna like a friend, like a vampire friend.
You'd be like, hey, this guy looks really tasty. Have a sip. Oh, how you feeling? You on fire yet? Sure. Okay, I'll have a bite. Young.
Is this
Usually-
how you are with friends, Mark? Because I don't know
I
that.
don't have any.
Clearly.
No, my friends aren't expendable, Mac. That's why one
Right.
of them's in jail, and the other one is fucking missing.
Okay, then you find a new friend, someone you don't care about. But either that or you, I don't know, do some science on the blood. Maybe if we go back to Winnie's, maybe tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. We pick up the body. The guy should be there on the floor. I don't know. We do some tests. Look if there's anything weird about the blood.
You just said he burst into flame. I can only imagine that if he burst into that much flame, Winnie's probably doesn't exist anymore. It's probably just a bunch of charred dogs.
It was weird. He was on fire.
Did
My
you not let the
jacket-
dogs out?
No, listen. He was on fire. My jacket was on fire that I put on him, but the floor didn't catch fire. It's weird.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was weird. It's like if you tried to put it out, it would spread, but otherwise you just burn. The floor was fine. I don't know.
Okay. So, but the blood spilled on the ground and was on fire. Like he threw it up and it was on fire, right? So, if we just accidentally cut a human and watched the blood spill on the floor, maybe
The
if
guy
it catches
had
on
his-
fire.
When he smashed that guy's face in, he was covered in his own blood. He wasn't on fire.
Yeah.
Maybe it's when it touches our poison stuff. You know, the stuff
You
that
have
makes
poison stuff.
it's not poison. It's like you ever see when you
Feel good
You know,
pheromones.
yeah, the it's like poisony kind of, you bite down on someone and they're like, ooh,
No,
like all
I know what you mean.
obsessed with you,
I don't think that's I think it's just an effect we have.
Yeah, but
But
there's
how do you know?
I've done it.
Yeah, but we didn't know that people set on fire after eating.
Yeah, that's
if I
true.
could just and I'm gonna start just kind of pinching my tooth to see if I can get some of the if there's anything that comes out, I'm like, eh.
There is nothing that comes out. I can
It's
tell you that.
it's just a big pointy tooth. It's called
Well-
the kiss. It's called the kiss.
I know that.
This has to have happened somehow, somewhen before, right? Or something similar.
We should make some phone calls, maybe.
Would anyone like to see if they remember anything?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything, so
It would be intelligence and I would say it would be intelligence occult or intelligence. I'll say intelligence resolve for memory, but depending on which one you do, it'll be different things if you succeed.
I will do some occult.
Mm-hmm.
If that's okay.
Yep.
Intelligence occult. Do I have? No, I have no specialties for this.
I'll
3
try doing
successes, though.
Mac,
I went with resolve.
resolve. Okay. Mac, you can remember nothing. In just scratching your brain, kind of no.
Sure.
Was that intelligence resolve, Tess?
Yeah.
Tess, you can't remember anything either.
Fuck.
Cassius. There may be a story. Not one you know. But you think maybe there might have been something similar, but it was about someone being possessed by a god and then bursting into flames. So
Possessed by God, bursting into flames.
yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, that's what you remember.
People have burst into flames before. I mean, there's blood magic that can do that. As far as I hear, there's rumors.
Right.
But that's someone from the medieval era, summoning D&D style a piece of fire and then hucking it at you. That is not the same thing. There's also this god thing. There's a
But-
story.
There have been cases in the past of blood diseases being
Yeah.
detrimental to Kindred, but nothing like this.
Yeah. Diseases spread.
Yeah.
I mean, like normal, from human to human via blood, doesn't tend to affect vampires unless it's something supernatural. So maybe it's that. And no one ever burst into flames.
Dead bodies? I mean,
I have no idea.
who? Okay. Can't think straight because I still can't really process. I still, I mean, I can't really process that Winnie is actually gone because I haven't seen him. But you know, who would know about this? Who would know about blood magic or whatever fuckery is going on in town?
All of the Tremere who disappeared.
Oh,
Anyone else?
Maybe my friend, he's not really into that though.
I mean, I could ask my friend if he's not. I mean, he probably won't be on fire because he's been eating rats, so it's probably maybe fine. I don't know. Unless they're tainted too, which.
Anyone
Can
know
we
an
just
occultist?
Can we just go see your friend? Maybe, like, you don't have to owe him anything. You could just ask if he knows anything, and if he really, really wants something, I can figure it out. He seems to like me quite well, so maybe I can use that to my advantage. Plus, he said he was going to be looking for something for me, but I can't even remember what it is because everything is fucked.
I honestly phased out. I don't know what he's looking for you. For you. So,
How about we just breathe for a second? There's a possibility that someone did want Winnie dead. It may be remote, but it's possible. And maybe it's not the best idea we just go walking straight back into town straight away, you know? People were walking on fire, shit going on. Maybe we should just keep our heads down for a day or two.
Yeah, but where's Saturday? I mean, he's broody and whatever, but
He cleared off. He wasn't in his room. No stuff. No idea. We'll find him, though. We need to. At least if we want to get some answers. He might know something.
I don't know
He
why
might
he'd
not.
leave.
Maybe
you would
he
let him
was
leave.
afraid. Maybe he didn't. I don't understand why. Would he do something
left-
like that?
But he left way before the whole fire thing. So maybe he knew. Maybe he knows something. Maybe he saw something.
Maybe like why would Winnie not like? Why would Winnie have let him leave? He was
Maybe
spending
Winnie
all the
didn't
time
know.
with him.
Maybe Winnie didn't know.
Winnie don't know where Saturday is.
Kid's an
Yeah.
Malkavian. He might know something.
Seems unlikely though. And you would keep an eye on him, surely.
Who knows?
I mean, they went out together and they came back with that guy. You didn't just leave him
Yeah.
out there.
Well, Winnie was in there punching him up for a while. Like maybe Saturday slipped out. I don't know.
I'm just gonna rest for a bit.
I think that's a good idea. Like maybe make some phone calls or something. Make sure you, Tess, you got family here, right?
My mom, yeah.
Yeah. Make sure they're okay.
The
I
sun,
haven't seen my mom in a while.
the sun will be coming up in the next 30 minutes to an hour. So anything tonight would be difficult.
Sure.
Just FYI.
Yeah.
You got a
Nap time.
radio here? Anything like that?
I mean, I can listen to the radio.
What's on
On-
the news?
Yeah, I get into the van and like turn on the FM radio.
You do a bit of searching. Not really not really much, like mostly music. You do tune into a channel, but it's national, so
Right.
you know.
Right. Not a lot of use, but I'll have a little look for a local station or something. See if I can do anything before I go to bed. And yeah, we'll talk about this tomorrow, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for your loss, everyone. He was cool.
I can't help thinking, what if it's Leah who is behind a lot of this? But you know, it's just far out there.
We'll find her.
Oh, she better hope we don't.
Give you something to dream about, I guess. Right. Where
Oh
the hell?
yeah. Wait, Mac, you don't. Did I ask you this before? You don't dream, right? You haven't dreamed.
Not when I'm asleep, anyway. It's a Mount
I
Cavian
had
thing.
this dream, and it keeps coming back to me. But nobody else. Maybe I was just delusional or high or something. I don't know.
That's like a sentence. You don't start and then stop. You carry on going.
Yeah, but didn't I tell you guys about this? The dream that I had?
Not
No.
really. You were
No.
just like, oh, it's so weird that I had a dream and you guys don't dream. And
You couldn't remember all of it either. Like, the beginning part especially was something like the statue. That's what
Yeah.
stuck in your mind.
Right. We got like 20 minutes before the sun's up.
Well, I mean, I can tell you about it while we're in the camper or whatever.
Let's do it. I'll get my notepad. Do some Freudian dream analysis.
Okay. I'm not looking for a therapist, okay?
Just tell us what happened and how it made you feel.
But I get clues from the radio all the time. Chances are, if you're getting something in your head like that, it's got to mean something.
You sure you're tired or Tess?
Yeah.
Just asking. No, it's fine.
Yeah? Why else? What? What do you mean?
Just Mac is definitely not whatever he is.
What is Mac? I don't even.
That is up to Mac to decide whether he wants to tell us. I have my guesses.
I'm standing
Well,
right here.
I'm
think it's
confused. I'm going to bed.
That's a good idea.
I
Just
don't think that's a clan, Chris.
Oh, you're so
Fused
funny.
is not a clan.
You're not getting these skills now. Bother for you. And now you're not having them.
All right, look, I've got my notepad, I got my
Oh.
pen. Let's go dreaming. Right, go.
Yeah, but I want the schedule. Chris, can I?
No.
Chris has already got it.
No! Just like in the dirt.
frenzy.
So, is everyone going to get their heads down to sleep?
Well,
We're
I'm gonna
waiting for-
recount. I'm gonna
yeah.
recount the dream
Yeah.
first, and then
Inside, though.
inside. Yeah, we're not
Mac
gonna.
wants to make notes on the dream.
Yeah, I mean, what you get is the fork in the road, the two different smells, the statue that's bleeding, Michelangelo's David, and then after that it gets a bit fuzzy. There's maybe a forest.
There's a forest, and I thought like a sound, right?
Yes.
And I just remember looking up and waking up. But do I remember that part?
You know what? Roll me an intelligence resolve. See how much you can remember. Is that just one? Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's about what you remember.
okay. It's all very fuzzy. It's just, I was more surprised because apparently you guys don't dream. I mean, I haven't had a dream in a while, but or one that I can remember, at least.
And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give her my notepad. Take this. Next time you have one, you wake up, you write it down. Everything.
Oh, you can keep that. I'll just write it on my phone. But I appreciate
Just
it.
make sure you save it, though.
Well,
This thing
yeah.
always saves.
Well, I mean, what if it catches on fire or whatever?
While the dream is being recalled, I assume there's not a huge amount of detail to go on, but can I stare intently at Tess and try premonition?
Sure. Yeah. I believe attempting to incite that is a rouse check.
It is indeed. There's my rouse dice.
You get hungrier.
Nom. Right, and do I have to roll a separate premonition?
Yes. I believe it's resolve and aspects.
How many can I re-roll?
You can reroll one.
Yeah, go on then. This is important.
Okay.
To Mac, at least.
3 successes. As she's recounting the dream, her eyes turn red and glowing. As she's looking at you, like, kind of vaguely. She's not aware.
Similar to the red glow which I've seen before on Chrys, or something a bit different?
Different. When Chrys does that, it's like a low kind of almost like a heat lamp or something, like it's just a low glow. It helps see in the dark. This is like a fiery burn.
Just while speaking about it.
When you concentrate and try and see anything, when you try and tap into that strange background cacophony that just...
Okay. Tess? Next time you have another one of those dreams, right, you talk to me.
Okay.
Look, I know I haven't been that much use, but there's something in this. I can see it, but
Oh,
not all of it.
Okay. Sure. Not like I really have anyone else to talk to right now, so.
what were the 2 smells, Tess?
Well, the one I went towards smelled like death. Like, you know when you feed on someone, I mean, you feed on someone and you get real close to just draining them entirely, and that last little bit is super potent.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, I've never tasted the whole way. I've never killed anyone. But I could almost taste it with that smell. Does that make sense? The other one was more like the thrill of the chase, if you know, when you're chasing someone down and you finally get to them and you taste their blood and it tastes like an adrenaline rush. I never really.
That's a weird smell.
Yeah, it's super weird. But
Well-
I've never really liked that one, so.
I mean, you know what's at the end of one path. I don't know if this means anything, but see what's at the end of the other one if it happens again. And if it doesn't, it might have just been a fluke.
Maybe. Well, you guys let me know if you have any other dreams too.
I will. But
Yes.
you're not going to hear from me, because I won't. I'm just
Probably
not gonna dream.
a little bit irrelevant, but there was something on the news about flashes of daylight during the night. I didn't
What?
catch the whole thing. It was playing in the background when Winnie was
I'm gonna go to bed. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna go to bed.
okay.
Well,
Let's
guys,
talk tomorrow.
we're all hurting. I know he's your actual dad, but he was like a dad to me.
I'm gonna guess that Cassius has like gone, like walks over into separate room and like closes the door.
I mean, there's a camper van. There is no
Yeah.
separate room.
Wait, I'm sure
Draws
there's
a
like
curtain.
a...
Space.
You might have a very thin sheet of MDF between
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, okay.
Good night, guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna sleep in my car.
But your car's not on this side of the weird foggy.
Shit.
You need to stay here, I'm afraid.
You can have the skills.
I'll
Your
pull the
car-
blinds down.
Your car will be fine.
Take the sofas. I'll sit in the driver's seat.
I'm just in a little corner in a pillow, and I should be okay.
So, I assume everyone is going to sleep, going to bed down for the day. So, to begin with, before everyone wakes up or anything else happens, could I get a rouse check from everyone, please? Chrys, you
Please
get
pass.
hungrier. Marlowe,
Hmm.
Mac, you get hungrier.
As someone that doesn't know the system, what happens when you hit 5?
You
I'm not quite there yet.
when you're on 4 and 5, even the sight or smell of blood could trigger a frenzy.
Okay,
So basically,
that's good to know.
yeah, I'll explain it when you wake up, like exactly how you feel. But
Roger, Roger.
before that, before everyone wakes up, Tess,
Oh fuck. No way.
you are in a red haze.
Okay.
And coming down, like you can't, you know, like it's like you're looking just into a red mist. Everything is red, everything is a mist, and then coming out of that mist is a hand, and it comes down to your face and like cradles your cheek, and then the mist starts to shift away, shift back, and you see Winnie with this like warm smile on his face, like his eyes very warm and worried.
I just start crying and I lean into his hand.
And he pulls you up and like embraces you, and you know the tears running down your cheeks are water.
I thought you burned. Where did you go?
And that's when you wake up.
No.
Mac,
No.
Yeah.
you're in a basement. It's dark, black and white. There's no sound or anything like that. And then you feel a hand touch your shoulder. You're younger. Well, not younger, but you know what I mean. And there's Winnie.
Hey, Winnie.
He leans down and kind of like touches the body on the floor. Drained, no life in it anymore. And looks up at you and says something, but it's muffled. You can't hear what he says.
I can't hear you, Winnie. What do you want?
And then he pats you on the shoulder, picks up the body, slings it over his shoulder, and starts walking off. And that's when you wake up. Chrys,
Whoa.
you're charging, tearing at a cowering human. Just in the corner. You yourself can feel, you're composed. You don't feel the rage that you're clearly exhibiting. It's like everything is cold and silent. And you realize that hooking your arms, like behind your shoulders in almost like a half Nelson, Winnie's like holding you back from tearing this human apart. And you can see him saying things. You can see him like trying to calm you down. Eventually he like grabs your head, turns it around and like stares into your eyes. And then you wake up. Cass. You're sitting on a mound, just looking over the city. The sun just starting to creep over the hills. The beams of light just starting to penetrate the dark. Winnie's sitting next to you.
It's good to have you here. I'll be leaving soon.
And his head turns to look at you. He smiles. And there's like a little chuckle. And then you wake up. Good morning, everyone. Well, good evening.
Everyone wakes up to the sound of a fist going through a very small piece of MDF.
Everyone wakes up at exactly the same time.
Hey, what?
I don't move. I'm just like fetal positioned and like crying.
Yeah, Tess, you have blood like running down the sides
Oh.
of your cheeks.
Hey, Tess, you know how you said if we dream we should say hi? Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Didn't love that.
What? You guys too?
Uh-huh.
Winnie?
I saw Winnie.
I saw Winnie.
It's like the news said. It's halfway between worlds right now.
What?
What news broadcast are you listening to?
He's gone.
I got the impression he's stuck somewhere. Maybe. Or what did he say to you?
It was just like dream talk, I guess.
All of you, aside from Tess, you remember those moments. Cassius, the moment on the mound was not during daytime or during daybreak, but it did happen. It was when you decided to head off to travel around and left Winnie. Mac, it was a time when Winnie got you out of trouble. When you were still living with him. Chrys, it was when he was testing you to see how well you could deal with hunger. You broke, you tried to hunt someone down, and it was a rough one, but he kept you under control eventually. He does it with all of the new Kindred. Tess, You don't remember that at all.
So I guess I was dreaming about this time when he helped me out, like dead body problem, and yeah, when he fixed it. It was a while ago.
Like a memory?
Yeah, I guess so. Phil, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's basically the same though. But you know how he would take us out and he'd be like, make us super hungry to see how we do? Yeah, it's one of those.
Was everyone's exactly how they remember it happening?
I
'Cause
think so.
Mine was a real thing that
Hmm.
happened before I
Yeah.
left, but
Wait. So you all dreamed of memories?
Yep.
I
You
think
didn't?
so.
No.
What was it? Was it the smell again?
No. Winnie was there. I couldn't see anything, and like I was kind of surrounded in this red mist, and then Winnie just saved me. And I just remember holding him and feeling so thankful, but that's never happened. Not
Yeah.
that moment, at least.
Any fire going on around the mist? Well, I just read.
It was just mist.
It was,
I was
yeah,
crying.
it was like mist made out of blood, or, you know, that's the kind of look of it. It wasn't like on fire or anything.
I think we need one of those dream books.
I think we can work this out without it. It's
Wait, do I remember that I was crying like tears, not blood? Oh shit.
Sure, this isn't like a memory that you forgot, repressed, something.
Symbolic. I don't know.
I didn't know Winnie before I turned.
Right.
fuck.
And I was crying, but I was crying like tears, not this.
So you were
Tess.
still alive.
I don't know.
You were absolutely crying real tears.
100%. And trust me, I was just as shocked as you are. I mean, I woke up and I almost expected there to just be water on my cheeks, but no, this is...
You don't see a look of shock on Cass's face. You see a look of concern.
What?
I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, you and me both.
I guess it depends on how much you want to know about.
I have a what's the best way to put this? Cassius, roll me intelligence occult.
Well, I was gonna say I don't actually know what's going on, but I feel like I might figure it out sometime soon.
Yeah, you might be able to put it together.
2 successes. How many more can I reroll?
And roll 2 more.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
reroll
reroll 2
2.
more. 3 successes.
Wasn't too hard because you literally just met him. Gravestone.
Do you want to learn about my plan and what is going on in this forest? Because it might give all of us some more insight as to ourselves. And honestly, I don't really want to go into town. I would rather deal with this. This is easy. This is fairy tales and stories. This is not.
Well, just
Really?
because
Life
something's
isn't
hard,
easy.
yeah, you can't just leave it just because it's
I
difficult.
need to make sure my mom's okay.
You
It's
do
not like I
have
have very many parents left.
you do have her number instantly.
Like, yeah, I know, but I want to go and see her.
I know. And Winnie did say it was okay.
Yeah.
What's the plan? What's this got to do with stuff? What?
Also, yeah, what does the forest have to do with the dreams and memories and whatever?
Well, I said this place is protected by a spirit.
Right?
Right.
This spirit is old and knows a lot of stuff, and I feel like it might have actually been Winnie that we saw, because he's a spirit of death, and Winnie is dead.
He put the dreams.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, so we could maybe speak to Winnie through him?
I
that
don't
what
want
you're
to
trying
talk
to say?
to Winnie.
I do. I tried.
I
and
got
then
questions.
If you want to, that's fine. It won't fully be him. You're gone when you're gone from this world. Your spirit goes somewhere else. I don't know. This is just feels wrong. I don't want to call Winnie back. But you can ask him questions if you want. I'll see if I can find. Well, it will be him finding us first.
So we
Is
have
this
to go
safe?
see a spirit.
No, it's
Death.
not safe if you piss off a spirit of death.
Yeah, fair enough.
Does he like Skittles? Because we smelled like a couple.
I don't know. Probably has never had a Skittle, so that will be something new.
Why would a spirit need a skittle?
I don't know. People like Skittles.
It's not people. It is absolutely not people.
If he's a spirit of death, maybe he hasn't had Skittles before. I don't know.
Also, that sounds true, but
Like a peace
if you want to,
offering.
I can lead you there. I do not want to take part. I don't want to see Winnie again. I won't be able to get the fucking fire out of my mind.
Wouldn't that be just better closure?
Winnie taught me everything he needed to already. I will move forward. I want to move on.
I'll talk to this thing. And you can do what you need to do.
We talk
Chrys.
to this.
Do you want to come along?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk to Winnie. Dead's dead. And then, well, there's Kindred dead, and then there's dead. But Dead's dead.
Real eloquent, Chris.
I mean, I'll go with you. I'm not going to leave you on alone. But I don't think I want to talk to him.
Well, I mean, Cass isn't coming with us.
I'll
Right.
have to.
Oh.
He has to take us there.
Right. So why don't we all go? And I mean, if we're gonna be boarded up in these woods for a while, then maybe we, I don't know.
I mean, maybe they will know about the whole people setting on fire and becoming dead, and maybe where that happens and whatever.
It doesn't know. It doesn't know. If there are dead people, they might want to talk. They'll know. If that's even how it works. I don't know. I don't want to know. So I can lead you there, and then you're on your own. Unless, well, no, not even unless you piss off the spirit. Then you're just fucking dead.
I mean, scared of death.
Yeah. Well,
And then
Sure.
can we go to town because I just need to see it. Also, I'm really hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Mac. There's a non-stop burn, like one of those insistent migraines you can get. But it's in your throat and it feels dry. It feels parched, and you are staying on top of it. But you're pretty sure exposure to blood, anything like that, like it may fracture your mind.
Okay.
is this something you need help with? I can find an animal for you to eat. Tess will just have to look away.
I don't care if other people feed on it. I just don't want to eat it. I don't want to feed on an animal. It's weird.
I feel kind of weird about it, to be honest.
It's a little weird, okay? I'm sure it tastes different. Actually, I've tried a squirrel once, and
Whoa.
ugh. Yeah,
Squirrel?
yeah.
How did you catch one?
Excuse me?
Mac, you hungry?
Not for squirrel, no.
Don't. Tastes like
Yes. Yeah, I need to eat. If we're going to town, then I can deal with that.
There'll be rabbits in the forest. Give me a minute.
a deer.
I ain't in a massive rush. Like, I can wait a little bit.
Okay,
Let's go speak to the thing.
one
Let's
thing at a
g-
time.
Yeah,
All right,
let's get that done, and we'll go
I
from
smell
there.
like animals.
I mean, I
You're
might
a-
try venison, but even then.
Winnie told me I ran with Gangrel. They're all into it. It's like bread and butter for them.
Ugh.
It's really
Way to stereotype there, Cass.
no, like literally all of them ate animals.
Not literally all of them, Cass.
No.
Wow.
All of the
Hello?
ones that I met.
That's
You-
not
well,
literally
you're
all
clearly the
gangrel
exception.
in the
You're
planet.
clearly,
To be fair, you're a pretty fancy gangrel. But that's because of your exposure to your spirit.
well, not for
Don't
the
say all
better, that's for sure. If you are stuck, and
Yeah,
you really
I will,
need to
but
eat,
we're not stuck. I still want to go to town, and I want to see. I want to go back.
I just highly recommend giving it a go. Trying to get used to it. Because if we can't eat humans, if someone bursts into fire when we do that, then you might have to learn.
I'm not at that point yet, though.
That
Is
is
what
a
I'm
good
saying.
point. Okay, fine. Get me a rabbit.
It's
Just
gonna be
not a
any
fluffy
rabbit.
one, okay? You just make sure it's like.
No, these are forest rabbits. They will be disgusting and scruffy.
Oh,
I mean, they'll still be cute. but
That'll do.
I could have tried to make like a pair of gloves or something out of them.
I go to the edge of the campsite and I use feral whispers to summon me up some rabbits.
Is that a rouse check?
Yes. I don't get hungrier.
Still don't get hungrier. I'm gonna have to do better.
So,
Are you-
Tess, do you eat like super rare steak, or
Oh my gosh, I love rare steak. Oh,
But
it has to be
that's-
like blood rare.
It doesn't really like sate, but it's a nice in between like the blood and the the food.
I mean, that's what steaks come from, right? Though.
Yeah, but it's not like I just go and eat a cow.
Is that a crit?
That is not a crit.
it's still
but it is 4 successes, and you just see Cass face away from the edge of the campsite into the fog, and just kind of kneel down, put his hands on the floor, and whisper for like a couple of minutes, and then like a butt ton of rabbits come out of the fog.
kind of like slowly rustling like the grass, and they kind of bounce out like buff, 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 like slowly come closer.
I
I just
over
like,
here.
I bring them. Some people call it doolittling.
Yeah.
And I grab one and I scratch it under the chin, and I gather
like
the bunnies.
With the nose, like
The hell?
Weird. This is why it's weird.
No, I really think he's a Disney princess.
Right, fine. Give me one of these. This is about to go watership down. Let's go.
with those with Jesus. Oh, childhood trauma coming back to me.
Yeah.
So good.
With those successes from Cass, I will allow 2 dots of hunger to be sated. You can share it between you. Basically, as you go in and grab the bunnies and bite down, you'll need. You can so if Chrys is getting involved, you can have 1 dot taken away each, or Mac will have enough time before they scatter and run away.
I think I'm assuming if he's like super hungry, she's gonna be a bit grossed out by it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd probably pick one up just to hold it, just in case.
For reference, I'm not biting a rabbit. I'm tearing its head off and pouring it into my jug.
That's worse.
Okay.
I ain't biting it.
Damn.
That's worse.
Yeah.
Hey, so you're probably the mummy rabbit, right?
Oh.
Right.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm just gonna hold this one by the
I
ears.
ain't getting hairs between my teeth.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Don't do that. It hurts them.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna give it to you, Mac. Please
Thanks.
don't. Oh God.
Yeah, either kill it quickly or let it go.
Humper? You get enough blood for 2 dots, so you may drink now, or because you have your thing. Effectively, in your flask, you have 2 dots worth of blood to be sated.
Okay.
The chance that Bambi had a friend is gone now.
I'm gonna take a swig. Anyone want a bit of thumper here?
No.
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 I'm fine.
How about the meat? You want a bit of stew?
Might be good for the dog, actually.
Sure.
Yeah, he's already poking his head out and sniffing and being giving you that look of I'm not allowed this, but I want it.
I might take some. And
A
try
little
to
bit of a
feed it to
whine,
the dog. I might feed a little bit to the dog myself. Just grab it and just.
Yeah, he just looks at Cassius
I think to the last time he was fed, which I can't remember because of trauma, and then just go, yeah, sure.
and he jumps down on it and starts chomping.
I'm gonna try to make him do tricks with it and toss it up in the air and see if he can catch it.
He watches it go up, and then jumps on it once it's on the ground.
I guess.
Well, everyone's childhood's ruined now. Are we leaving?
Yeah, I guess.
If
Can you
that's
get
not a
something
way, if that's not a way to
ugly?
summon the spirit of death, I don't know what is.
That's a good
That was a
point.
massacre.
He doesn't like rabbits, does he?
I think he has a healthy respect for most animals,
Then we're gonna
including
get along
us.
just great.
Good.
Oh.
No guarantee this will work, by the way, everyone. I've literally only done it once by accident, so
What could go wrong?
follow me into the fog. Don't get lost.
Ooh.
Don't stray.
Yeah, that went well last time.
because it's a new moon, it's actually a lot darker than it was yesterday. Like,
Chrys is gonna grab onto Tess's wrist and sort of
I'm like,
bring her along
I'm like,
almost.
I'm like actually just huddled onto her like
yeah.
side.
Like,
Yeah, just like holding on.
I've got my pen and flashlight out.
And you all walk out into the mist.
As I'm walking, I begin to tell the story again. But
Okay.
before I do that, I'm just like, Tess, I need you specifically to keep your cool when we meet this thing.
Okay.
Just ask your questions and be happy with your answers. Please.
I feel like you're setting me up for disappointment, but I will do as you.
I just don't know what's going to happen. And then I continue through the fog, and I tell the story.
Okay.
Same story as last time.
Same story as last time, unless anyone wants to hear it again. I don't think we need to go through it.
No, just imagine last time, but less stricken with grief, but
Yeah.
only slightly.
Well, less emotionless. Because
Yes.
if there wasn't that much grief, it was more like
Yeah, it was a
monotone
bit
and
hollow.
like dead.
Yeah.
You walk through the mist. You stay aware of each other's presences as far as you can tell. And eventually, as the mist like envelops you even though you're holding on to each other, I believe Chrys and Tess are, right?
Yeah.
You can't see each other. You can't see your shoulder. You can't see the hand in front of your face. And then eventually, after a few minutes, and you can hear Cassius the entire time telling the story, you come out into a clearing. The mist just stops abruptly, and there is an open clearing, a circle in the forest, with a small little pillar in the center. Incidentally, here there is moonlight, so it's a bit lighter than it was.
Whoa.
okay.
Hey, Cass, we're nearly there.
This is it. This is where I met him.
Right.
He is Gravestone. And now you know his story. He will appear if he wants to.
Everyone roll me a wits awareness, please. This is listening.
Can I throw in a sense the unseen?
Ooh.
Sure.
That's much. I see nothing. Fog still in my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, ha!
I think I did the wrong thing. Hang on.
See everything with a messy crit.
Yep. I don't think the messy crit will come into play, but nice.
Just for myself, Cassius just definitely gets this, like, starts to get the sense of power that he, the cogs are turning in his brain now.
You feel I think you all, aside from Tess, have a feeling of something approaching. Soft footsteps, irregular, and then through the forest you see those eyes like very high up again. And it pads to the entrance and stops when its head comes out of the trees into the clearing. It is again massive. Black fur, little blue tint with smoke like pouring off it, and these red glowing eyes.
Do I recognize the sense of this guy from the dream that I had?
You get a feeling of you've been here before.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
When you said red eyes, red fiery eyes, like reminiscent of Tess's?
Similar.
Well, similar.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. Gravestone? Right?
Like his head comes down slightly.
Hello.
Your friend's a wolf.
He turns his head to the side, like cocked slightly, and his eyes catch each of you individually. And when his eyes land on you, you feel like a pulse, like a heartbeat go through your body, like liquid gold is just pulsed through your veins.
Whoa.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that he was a giant.
He's a really big fucking wolf.
And Cassius, you hear this, no one else does.
I did not expect you to bring me such a potent sacrifice so soon.
Oh, fuck. No! Oh, fantastic.
And he dissipates into mist, and it flies at all of you.
Ah!
And it wraps around all of you, and oh god, what happened to Josh?
He's just kicked his
got
computer.
frozen.
Oh no.
No, he's done. He's just...
He
He
Himself.
tapped out. He
But-
tapped out.
He's like, no, I killed the
He's like,
party.
fuck, I caused the TPK. I'm
Yeah.
out.
just a
Oh,
Alt F4
no.
quick.
Oh dear.
This might be the time for a quick break. Oh lordy.
Let's
Oh,
have a look.
On that
no.
cliffhanger, I'm happy to take a 1-minute bio while I...
Yeah,
Oh.
should we
Animation
take
character.
a minute? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
on that cliffhanger, we'll be back momentarily. Hopefully we'll have a Josh when we get back.
Oh no.
I will be 20 seconds. Good.
die.
Did you check all
Together.
the scenes?
Yeah.
Are we still recording?
We are still recording, yes, and we are
Good.
going
Good.
back. Hello, everybody, to the unintentional welcome back from the unintentional break.
My internet died.
It's not funny,
it was
Josh.
so fun. You should have seen your face as you were literally like, ah!
I don't know what did it, but
His internet tried to save him from the TPK.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny that.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, like.
it won't be a total party
What's
kill.
this
I'll be
I got
fine.
in my back from? Oh, look, a knife in my back. Oh, that came out of nowhere.
So should we get back into it?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Let's do this.
So this kind of like dark shadow mist just flies at all of you. You don't have even like a second to react. It envelops all of you and just blackness just takes over you. There's no sound, there's no sight, there's no sensation. It's just black. And then it lifts. 1 second. As it's lifting, I sent a message. So yeah, it kind of lifts off, and you're just in the clearing.
Everyone okay?
Cass is just yelling, wait.
Moving.
Yeah, what's that about a sacrifice?
Are you lot okay?
The wolf is gone.
Is I
think so.
see Chrys, I see Mac, do I see Tess?
Yeah,
'Cause-
Tess is there, like looking around.
Bandy's not. Bandy's eating.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was weird.
I am so sorry. That is not how I envisioned that going.
He's
But-
gone, though.
Okay, number one, he was a wolf. Number two, he was huge. Number three, I
Yeah,
didn't
there
even
was,
get to ask a
like-
question.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, seriously, what's going on? How's Tess?
I'm really sorry. It's old and it's powerful and it's got its own agenda and it doesn't even really comprehend how we operate. It doesn't know the city. It knows we are in its turf and it could do what it wants. I'm sorry.
Hey, I may not understand the city, but I understand the dead perfectly well. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, you can
That's
take
Tess saying
what you
that
know
again.
and just whitewash all over all of that. This is something else. I don't know what it is.
So, what do you guys want to talk about anyway? And she's like stretching. Ugh. And like walks
don't know,
over, she like clacks over. I'm assuming you're wearing like high heels and stuff still. She walks over to the gravestone and sits on it and turns around, like smiles at you guys.
Well, you had your question, but we can't really answer them now.
Why not?
I'm sorry. Well, I don't know where Gravestone went, but
Hello. Right, yeah.
Oh, sense the unseen all over that.
Yep.
Can I? Do I have to make a roll to see if I can see through it, or
She has red eyes, like you
Same
saw
as the
in the
wolves, yeah?
premonition. It's not quite as fiery. It's not quite as like vibrant, but it looks exactly like it was in the premonition.
Is Tess okay?
Yeah. I'm fine
Why?
too. Thank you for asking.
No
Yeah.
offense, but why are you talking out of Tess's face hole?
I assumed that's why you brought her.
What?
No, the
I mean,
sacrifice is coming.
It's been a long time since I've had a powerful priestess enough to hold me, but
What?
Whoa.
What?
Cass? What's going on?
Mac, we can talk about this later.
Let's talk about this
no,
now.
we really can't talk about this later. He's inside Tess.
Well, actually,
Grave-
is it you can't. Is it a guy or is it?
It is inside Tess. The wolf.
There you go.
Gravestone, I'm really sorry. I didn't understand fully what Tess was.
medium spirit.
Yes. But
Very useful when you want to talk to dead people.
None of these were supposed to be sacrifices. They had questions for you, and I was going to bring something to in recompense later.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm not gonna keep her. It's nice to be able to move around like this, to be able to experience death like this.
Okay.
Okay, we can have her back in one piece, right?
Sure.
When though? When?
That would be appreciated.
When you go.
Can we go?
Questions?
But you chose to come here. I didn't.
Well, I didn't know about sacrifice and stuff. Cass?
Yeah, I wasn't going to tell you about that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I really wasn't.
right, yeah, we got some
Oh
talking.
my god, are you gonna get to it or what?
Right.
Yeah. Ask. Okay.
If you have questions, please ask them now.
I don't have any questions. What are you asking me?
Oh no, sorry, I was addressing Mac and Chrys.
Yeah, I do. Lots.
Okay.
Gravestone. We had a friend taken from us yesterday.
Sure.
They fed on someone, burst into flames. We want to know about it. We want to know who did it, why they did it, and what we can do about it.
I don't know.
Can
What are you
you
asking me?
You're a big wolf.
Am I?
Well, you
Because
were.
I think at the moment I'm a very attractive young lady.
Hey, don't look down there. Look. Is there anything you can help us with?
Sure, those things.
What,
I'm
like-
basically like a god, you know?
Yeah. Can you... I don't know. What do you even ask a god?
Well, you wanted to talk to Winnie.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
The blood. Winnie said the blood was tainted. Is everyone? How do we know who's tainted? And how did they do it?
I don't know.
Well,
Isn't
I
that
thought you were,
like isn't
basically
that
a
your
god,
guys'
or-
kind of thing?
I thought basically a god, right? No.
No, like like maybe if this was 1,000+ years ago. But I rule the forest. I mock death. I don't really
Okay,
have
but,
anything to
like,
do with, blood and
They're
exploding
pretty
into
dramatic
flames
deaths,
and,
though.
those
they-
kind of things.
Are they not? Have you not had those very dramatic, fiery deaths before?
No. Oh, maybe. No. I don't know.
Well, no, or maybe. They're not the same word.
Well, it's very possible that there have been. I just haven't seen them or known about them, or maybe I can't remember them.
Do you know who did it?
I mean, no. Why would I?
Okay. Can we speak to our friend? I feel like you a god of death or a god of the wolf or the woods or...
I'm Mark Death.
Right.
This is where death resides.
Can one speak to death? I don't know how this works exactly.
Can you speak to the wind? Can you speak to...
I'm not a god.
It's a little bit Pocahontas film. Yeah. Okay. Are all the Tremere dead?
Who?
The dudes who went missing recently. You know who I mean. Guys, give me a hand here.
Yeah, okay. So you said there were lots of dead people who wanted to talk to me.
Hands. What about? Is it has? What? Did you see it?
Hands?
Hands, but you know,
have...
Tremere man.
Herr
we-
Bastian.
It says Hans in the notes that you gave us.
Oh,
So thanks
yeah,
for
sorry, his first name is Hans, but yeah.
Herr Bastian.
Yeah. Of the people who you said wanted to talk to me, is there a Hans Bastion?
Oh, I don't know.
Is there a way we can find out?
Yeah, but I'd have to leave and go back to how I was. I want to stay like this for a little bit.
How long's a little bit?
This girl is toned. Like, I mean, seriously, have you seen these abs?
Eyes up
Yeah,
here.
probably.
Yep.
Is there anything you can give us to help?
Like, looks in her pockets. Like,
You're a
pulls
god,
out
like-
a half-eaten cheeseburger. Does this
Can
help?
you like grant wishes or something?
He's not a genie.
Excuse me, this is my first god experience here.
I'm sorry, but I feel like you've all come here with no preparation for what you're going to ask me.
Well,
Why did you
it
even
was
come here?
because
Kinda
she was going to ask you questions, and then you were all like, "Whew, I'm in your body now."
Tess definitely has questions to ask, so I feel like whenever you are done riding around in there, she may want to ask you some things. But as I explained, forest, not the same as the city.
I was kind of
Chrys,
expecting like an omnipotence.
No, this is
Yeah.
maybe if things work out, but
Given
No.
time and effort, I may be able to know more.
Right.
But for
so-
now,
Oh, okay.
the forest is mine.
there's yes.
Okay.
So if you have forest-related questions,
No, I don't have any forest-related questions.
you had to, like WTF is going on kind of questions.
He doesn't
Yeah.
know the answers.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Mr. Gravestone. You've been very helpful today.
But talking to the dead sounds.
Yeah, but we need Tess.
I mean, if you want to talk to the dead, why don't you just get this girl to do it?
What?
The one you're currently like.
What's her name?
Her
Tess?
name is Tess. She doesn't know her ass from her elbow, so I
Priestess
doubt
Tess
she knew that she
really
could talk to
doesn't-
ghosts.
Doesn't really ring. But alright.
Uh-oh.
So she can speak to the dead.
Huh?
Can she speak to the dead? That was kind of
Probably.
implied.
Yeah.
Could you teach her? Maybe. I don't think she's aware of this yet.
We don't. Is this because she dreams and eats Skittles and stuff?
Yeah, is this why she's hungry all the time?
I doubt it.
I think she's hungry. She's greedy.
How does she
So,
eat the ab-
do you have any actual questions for me? Because otherwise,
I feel like this is a little bit out of what we had planned.
Yeah. Sorry, I was expecting I didn't have a lot to go on. Thank you for your time. Could we have Tess back?
I have a question.
Oh.
More of a request. Could you help Tess, please? She won't know that she can talk to ghosts. So if you would, I don't know, maybe convince her to be some sort of priestess, like you said, I'm sure she'd love that. Everyone bowing down or whatever.
Well,
Tess being a priestess?
I mean, you know, it's been a
Focus
long
attention.
time since I had a priestess, and I never taught them. It was all passed down.
Yeah, we don't have any
Can she speak
spares.
Celtic?
I could teach her how.
Probably not.
I mean, that might help. There are still texts about me and my followers. I'll find
I
them.
will go and learn.
I mean, I'd go look for myself, but
I will do it until you are able to yourself.
is anyone else hungry?
Uh,
I
Yeah,
feel
the
like
cheeseburger.
there's a huge hole that just can't be filled.
Yeah, could you fix that? Like, can you? I don't know. I'm sorry about the rabbits, by the way.
Hmm?
Never mind. Nothing.
Okay, is it time to leave? It's been lovely to talk to you, Gravestone God Wolf person. But it'd be nice to have Tess back, and then we'll come see you another time. Thanks.
Right. Cassius. Gravestone
Yes.
will grant your request. And Tess collapses.
Thank you, Gravestone. I move forward and pick her up because I wasn't in range to like catch her when she
Yeah,
fell, so I
yeah.
pick her back up, brush the leaves off. Hey, okay.
What the fuck?
She's not awake.
Not awake?
Yes.
You are not awake.
I
Hey.
sling her over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Fireman's carrying, like, we should get out of here.
Yeah, let's leave.
I think we should before. The hell was that?
Maybe let's leave the forest. Okay, bye. Okay.
Okay.
But also, I
yes.
don't know the way, so please go first.
As you walk back out and away, slowly drifting out from her mouth and ears and eyes is just kind of like sooty black gravel almost.
Hey. Cass,
And we will transition to the dark, where Tess is by herself.
Okay. What do you mean sacrifices? Okay.
You can't hear
Chris?
your voice. You can't feel your vocal cords move. You can't see anything. You can't smell anything. You can't hear anything.
I can't see my body.
Nope.
So it's basically like I'm asleep, kind of.
Yeah. And you are just there. You have a consciousness, but you can't act, you can't do anything. It's vaguely familiar. You don't know why or how, but you feel like you've been here before.
Huh.
And then, after what feels like an eternity, two red circle irises flare up right in front of you. And you can see. Well, you can see a little bit, which is just those irises.
Hello?
I
Ah!
your name is Tess.
Yeah? Who's asking?
I am Gravestone.
Oh, wow. You know, I wasn't expecting you to just be two glowing eyes in the dark, but, Cass speaks very highly of you. Nice to meet you. Where am I? Am I dead?
No. I took control for a little bit.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I know that, you know, I was supposed to keep my calm and everything, but there's a consent issue here. What? Control of what? My brain? My body? My life?
You are very interesting. I do not know quite what you are, but I would assume some kind of spirit talker, an emissary of the dead.
Come again? Sorry, emissary of the dead? What do you, no, hold on a second. I know I am technically dead because I got turned, but,
I imagine you could do this even before you would turn.
I mean, if I could, I don't remember.
I think it would be interesting if I could meet your parents. Perhaps there's something passed down.
Well, my mom's close by, but, my dad's not really around. So...
Is he dead? I might be able to find him.
Honestly, I don't know if he's alive or dead. All I know is that he just spent a lot of time and favors and money getting me here. And, well, me and my mom. And then he kind of had to lay low for a bit, but I don't know where he is. But, I mean, if you go make house calls to the dead, I mean, you could call him up, see if he is dead. I guess you need his, like, name or something, like.
A name would help.
Last name is Yoshinobu.
We'll
Sounds
see
fair.
what I can find. But that is for another time. For now, I have a proposition for you.
Right, yeah, I figured this wouldn't be just a thing done out of the goodness of one's own heart, you know? Definitely a trade. Yeah, hit me.
You have a question for me.
Yeah, I guess in addition to whether my dad is alive or dead, I had this dream. Well, actually, I had two dreams. But the first dream, I think I was here at the end. Or not here, but where I was before this, which was in the clearing, and then I saw what I think is maybe you and this brave thing. But before that, there was a crossroads, and one way led to this statue of David, and the other way, I don't know. But I don't know if you know anything about what it means, about why I had it, why I was at the clearing at the end. Did you send that vision to me?
No. Very often, those connected to the dead experience premonitions or prophecy. It is possible we saw a glimpse of Joe.
The future.
It is possible.
But what would that even mean? I mean, the statue of David by Michelangelo. You don't know, you wouldn't know my sire, would you? Michael, he's been a bit of a thorn in my side for a while. Michelangelo D'Agostino is the name of my sire. I don't know if that means anything to you.
That's another question. I will require occasional visits from you, so I might experience death through your eyes.
Okay. And I'm guessing one of these visits I'm gonna have to bring my mom.
We will see how my search for your father goes.
Okay. All right. Are the others getting conversation with you like this?
They are talking to me, but not like this.
I will acquiesce. You know, maybe it's a little peaceful then if I can just sit here. Can you like make burgers in this place at all? I'm not really hungry, but
No, but there is someone pushing through to see you. Would you like me to let them in?
sure.
Not
Yeah,
everyone enjoys a visit from their dead.
Yeah. Yeah, let them in.
The eyes disappear. The presence you felt disappears. And now you can see yourself. As the darkness slowly recedes. And you have an image of yourself because you're a Toreador and because you're Tess. It looks exactly like you. Usually people see a perfect image of themselves, but it looks exactly like how you look. So,
Okay.
And walking out of the shadows, with a very bloody chest and, you know, like dabs of blood on his, just standard white shirt, jeans, is... I need to pick up his... what's the name of the one who was killed during the heist?
Oh,
I think it was it Mark? Or...
I think it was... Hold on.
Carl. It's Carl. He has kind of like a little sad smile on his face.
I like run over to him and give him a hug.
Yeah, he like wraps his arms around you. Hey, Tequila. Been a while, huh? Fucking hell. Life's weird, right?
This isn't life, Carl. You're dead.
Well, it was.
I'm dead. What? Rags is in jail. Leah's gone and apparently maybe has been turned by my side. Like, you don't know any of this. It's like really confusing. I wouldn't have told you this in real life.
Oh, no.
Plus-
No, I know. I hung around for a little bit after I died. I got a little look at what happened. Poor Rags, right? Nice guy.
Yeah. We've been trying to get him out of jail, but
Poor Leah. Shit that happened to her.
what happened to Leah? I heard she disappeared.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where did she go, Carl?
She was taken that night.
By?
Same dude who killed me.
And who killed you?
Oh god, Josh is gone.
Did Black kill again?
It drops Tess. Oh no.
Okay, let's see if I can fix this very quickly. Back. Yeah, it's messed up all of the... I'll just do a quick fix. Oh. And then... Back over there.
The storyteller camera is just a giant microphone.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes.
The perfect storyteller.
I am the microphone. Okay. Sorry, you guys won't be perfect, but we'll get it as...
We'll
It's
just
fine.
slouch. It's fine.
It's
We'll figure it
fine.
out. Fit in
I'll
the
sit-
cameras.
I'll sit further back for a bit. How about that?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get people possessed. Your internet goes down.
Yep.
Yeah, apparently.
Mm.
It's
Okay.
typing.
So,
Slouching.
sorry, what was the question? That's
For what?
me.
Oh, that-
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Who killed you? Who took
yes.
her?
I remember where we were. Tess, you feel yourself slipping away from wherever you are.
No, not yet. No, I need to know. Carl, who killed you?
Roll me a... Resolve willpower.
Resolve willpower. Hold on a second. Willpower. Hold on a second. How do I roll a resolve willpower?
If you roll resolve and
Huh?
add in 4, I believe you haven't re-rolled anything today.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just add how many I have.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's 5.
That's a crit.
And 2 crits. 2 crits.
Wait, 2 crits?
2 crits.
How many 10s did you roll?
6.
2
Oh, you
tens.
rolled 3 10s. Okay.
3 10s. Yeah.
It's only 1 crit. If you'd have rolled 4 10s, that would have been 2 crits. I don't even think that has happened before.
Oh, is the crit on the hunger success?
Yeah.
Is that okay? It's not on the normal dice. Okay.
Which means that it's a messy critical. Which means that you succeed, but it's a little bit messy.
Okay.
So you reach out and grab Carl. Instead of trying to force yourself to stay here, you force connection with him.
Oh, fuck.
And like little trickles of blood come out his neck as your fingers pierce his throat. And he's like, oh.
No, wait. Shit. Fuck. Who killed you, Carl?
And you can hear, like, as he's choking, it's like, right, smarmy bastard he was. Shot me right in the chest. Said we took something that belonged to him. Only assume it was the cars.
What do you look like? Anything?
He said he was going after you next. He was gonna punish you as well. Spoke with an Italian accent.
Shit. Fuck. Carl. Thank you. Please rest easy. I'm so sorry for everything.
And like, I'm assuming you let him go.
Yeah, I'm
Like he kind of, you know, rubs his neck, and he's like, "It's all right, Tequila. Been a rough time for all of us. But if I were you, I'd stop being so trusting." And yeah, I guess say hello to Lemon when you see her.
I will. In rags.
Well, it's been a little while since you've seen him. I assume you're going back soon. He could really use your help, you know?
I'm doing my best. I hired a PI.
Oh no, I mean like, really use your help. And then he fades.
Gravestone. You still there?
And you come to consciousness, being carried over Cass's shoulder.
Ah!
Whoa, Tess.
Oh!
Whoa. You okay? How are you? You okay?
Where's my burger? Where's my emergency burger? Where's my emergency burger? Why is it not in my pocket?
Yeah, Gravestone dropped it, by the way, guys.
So, I don't know if you know this, but you kind of had a guard, like, take you for a spin for a little bit.
I'm very well aware, thanks.
It's definitely Tess, so.
Hi. Yeah, great. Put me down, thanks. Can I walk?
I don't know if you can walk.
Oh, okay. Well, help me walk, please.
I'll take a shoulder if you need.
Oh God. Oh.
You feel okay?
It was creepy. So did you hear what your face was saying, or no?
Just quick question. How do I feel?
That's a good point. Take a dot of hunger.
Fuck me. It's okay. I'm only at 1 hunger and I'm at 2.
What?
Yeah, I've rolled very well on hunger and browse checks for the last little bit. Well,
So yeah, you feel a bit hungrier, you feel a bit drained. Like
Somebody
something.
swore you was a suit.
yeah.
You've never actually really. Oh, you know what you feel like? You feel like like what it was like after you went at
Okay, so now.
yeah. You look like how you felt after you went at Clay, except for like times 100, like a lot more like, you know, kind of weary.
I feel like I need a bath and a hot piece of ass to drink. And
Sorry about that.
When
I think Cass just fell over.
yeah, when you get back, when you get back, Cassius, obviously he puts you down once you come to consciousness and you guys have walked out into the campsite again. He basically says, you know, when you need to leave, just leave and you'll find yourselves out of the forest. And then he kind of like walks into the camper van and Conan goes in with him.
We need to talk real soon, Cass. We
Later.
need to talk.
He kind of says later through the door.
Yeah, I
Okay.
get that.
So,
any more
Tess-
skills?
priestess or what? What?
Yeah, he
What?
called you a priestess.
I was like, this is definitely not your vibe, but apparently that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know about priestess, but definitely, I don't know, you said something like a medium or whatever. I guess he just wants, like, Gravestone just, you know, wants me to come visit. Is gonna see if they can find my dad. And then I gotta go see Rags. And I think I know who. Fuck. No! And I'm like
Who what?
remembering all this shit and I'm getting more and more upset. And I want to punch a tree. Very hard.
You want to use potence?
Yes, like so badly. Oh god.
Yep.
Okay. How do I properly use focus?
I believe it's a strength brawl, and you add your potence.
My potence
Oof.
Fuck.
I will tell you what though, it is just a tree. So your fist does go into the tree. You're hoping it would like go straight through, but you know.
I'd probably just like frustrating. You know how like when kids throw a temper tantrum, they just like bang on the walls or something? That's kind of what I'm doing to this stupid tree. Ah!
Whoa. What did you say you remember?
Everything. I don't remember anything from before, but I do remember everything that they told me, and then I talked to Carl, and now I'm pretty sure that my sire is more of a piece of shit than I really thought he was. And on top of it, now he's turned Leah. Fuck me.
Leah? You found
Hey.
Leah?
I don't
No
know
way she
these
is.
people.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little. Mac already knows this. Okay. I used to steal cars for a living. I was really, really good, actually, and we strip them down. And I was out of the game. And I was ready to just take it easy. I'd made a fuck ton of money. We did this one last job for literally my dream car, which, by the way, you've seen. It is stunning.
Well-
My dream car for this freaking job. We did the job. okay? Me and Rags and Carl and Leah, okay? We did the job. I got out there early, and I got out because I got the car. And so I was fine, but I hear and I see in the news the next morning that Rags is in jail, Leah's missing, and Carl's shot, dead.
Okay.
Yeah. So, number one. On top of that, now I got to talk to Carl, who's dead, obviously. Carl stuck around a little bit after he got shot in dead mode or whatever it is, as a ghost. And apparently he saw and heard a very Italian man taking Leah into a car away. It's the same guy who shot him and killed him. And then apparently he had the balls to say that he's coming after me next.
How
So
many?
that's your Sire guy, right? Like, yeah.
Pretty fucking sure. Do you
think
know
he's
any other
Sire?
smarmy Italian men in this
I
town?
don't know any smarmy Italian men.
Count yourself lucky then, Chrys, because honestly, you don't want to fucking know this guy at all.
Yeah, I agree.
Tess.
So
Cassius comes back out and he's actually, let's deal with this now. I put you in the camper van because I wasn't sure if you're coming back.
All right, Cass.
After he hears me yelling about it.
Yeah.
oh, hi again.
Oh, glad you can join us. Guess what? I know maybe who fucking killed my friends and took Leah, and I need to go see Rags because apparently he's in danger, and so I gotta do that, and then I gotta come back, and
And she broke a tree.
It's
yes,
like a
I broke a
fist
tree.
hole in one of the trees.
She broke a tree.
Also, apparently me and Gravestone are buds now.
You're muted, I think.
Well, that's good then.
Is it? Is it good? Because
Yeah, what was all that about?
It's not important right now.
no. Sit your ass down. We're talking about this right now.
Big
Sit.
fun.
Sit, Cass. I did
You
not.
don't get to talk to me like that. You can ask questions, but
Okay, well, I can ask questions, but we're gonna do it now because, quite frankly, I just had my body
okay, well,
inhabited by a giant fuck-off wolf.
yeah.
That's fine.
And I heard you spoke to the ghost of a friend.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that the Gravestone did that.
Yeah. And you wouldn't have met Gravestone without me.
Okay,
So
yes, fine. I also probably wouldn't have, felt like I was. Okay, yes. Thank you for bringing me. Also, what was this about a sacrifice?
I heard that.
Yeah. Will you sacri-
I wasn't.
Uh-huh.
And
Right. Thank you for sacrificing
No.
me to your wolf god, who is now, having
I didn't
a
intend
time.
for anyone here to appear as a sacrifice. The sacrifice is just something entirely unrelated. It's
Cassius, roll me a intelligence occult with a +1.
okay.
And can I lie detector Cass while he's saying that?
Yes.
Sure.
I think we're all like just staring him down. going,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm really eyeballing him right now.
All right. So that is
Okay,
7
okay.
successes.
"Holy
Um,
fucking shit."
In ancient cultures, sacrifice doesn't always mean death. So you don't always have to sacrifice in terms of, give up something that's important to you.
It can be an offering.
It's an offering. Yeah. And it doesn't, like, you can guess that Gravestone probably meant, like, burn a deer at the altar and, like some kind of show of faith or show of like willingness for the deal you had struck. And it just so happened that you brought something accidentally a lot more potent than that didn't require death or anything like that. It's literally just a show of faith.
I honestly didn't expect this to be an acceptable sacrifice. I didn't expect him to even think that was what I was bringing you there for. I brought you there because I trust you, and you needed answers, and that's what you wanted, so I did it for you. It wasn't malicious, I promise.
Wits insight.
Sure. +1 for your... You can reroll if you like.
Hmm.
I'm
Does
gonna
that
do
count?
it too.
Sure. You can reroll
what-
3.
What should my
I'm not gonna do
threshold
it.
be?
Just straight up, just like whatever.
Okay, so
Just a heads
that's 5 successes for Mac.
He's being entirely honest. That's not what I intended.
Yeah.
Although he's sort of happy that it turned out that way.
There's probably like a very tiny, and I think Mac would pick this up. I think there's kind of like an inclination that it wasn't what he intended. He hadn't even thought of it, but maybe the possibility was like shifting in his consciousness, and he just didn't pay any attention to it.
Yeah, well, it was fucking stupid.
It
Because, you know, if a god of death or something was expecting a sacrifice and you brought...
I was honestly going to bring it a deer and, old-timey slit its throat on an altar. That's what I was going to do. But you lot are... I trusted you. It trusted you. It was a show of faith. That thing was old when Stonehenge was being erected. That is how things used to be. It was a show of faith, not death, even though that's what it deals in. It's not malicious. It's not an evil entity. I don't know what it is, but it's not here to hurt or eat or fight. It's here to protect.
From the story as well, and I don't know how much of this, is Cass is going to relate, but just to remind you, from the story, it's not even something that, it's not like a god of death or anything like that. It just, the story says he marks where death is.
Right. Yeah.
Just to remind.
Yeah, it's just everyone's been calling it a god of death.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a really cool, like, it's the god of death.
The wolf of death, the puppy of death, the puppy of bones,
The doggo of doom.
doggo of doom.
Winnie trusted you, so I trust you too. But listen, bud, we gotta be careful, man.
Why do you think
That
I'm hiding in
was-
the woods?
Yeah, I get that. But shows of faith, sometimes they don't go so well. Look, you do you, man. I know that, but if one of us is gonna get possessed or some shit like that, it will be, it'll be good for a little heads up.
I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I believe you.
Do
Yes.
you, Tess?
Should we be concerned about the priestess ghosty stuff or no?
I don't know.
We got a lot to deal with right now. Winnie was killed yesterday.
Yeah, and that seems
They might be
Also,
coming
like-
for us. Someone's coming for Tess.
Well,
I know who's coming.
what? Someone after you, after Tess?
Yeah. My sire. wants something. I don't know what, but he wants something. And he's wanted it from before I even turned. It's
He ain't gonna
probably the
hurt you.
reason well, you know, he already has, and he continues to do so every time we interact. He turned me at a point where I was doing really well for myself, and he was
Tess,
like rock.
he actually helped you rise. When he met
Yeah.
you, he introduced you to the art world. He introduced you to people with money and an interest in buying your art, buying your cars, and then yeah, he turned you at the peak of that.
Yeah. He's manipulated my success and turned it against me.
Well,
And now he might have taken Leah, who I thought could have been a traitor, but maybe she's the victim now. And Rags is in jail and is possibly in trouble, and Carl is dead, and my mom is alone. And I don't know where my dad is. And now Winnie's dead. So yeah.
We got some
This
shit to
this I guess interaction with Gravestone is going to be more often. I am going to go to Gravestone on a regular occurrence, and I'm going to allow him to experience death through my eyes and body and mind. So,
What, like murdering people, Death? So you
no,
can... Did he?
I don't know the extent of it. I think he just, or they just want to inhabit a different deathly body.
Seems like one of those things you should really nail down.
Well,
Deals
I
with
can
Kindred and
ask.
stuff. I don't know.
I can ask next time I speak with them, but they've already warned me enough about things that I truly believe could be problems and risks and threats. So, if it all pans out and it does in fact turn out that Rags is really in trouble and Leah has really been turned by Michael, which is very fucking possible since I saw that letter, then yeah, we're gonna need to be careful. And if I'm in trouble and I'm hanging around you guys, that probably means that you guys are in trouble or will be used against me in some way, which is what he does. He turns the people that I know against me somehow, or he takes them away, or he kills them, or he sends me gifts that will burn me. So,
but we do one better. We get ahead of this. We get ahead of Michael. And if you really want, we can find out whatever killed Winnie and the other Kindred, and we can burn him if you really want.
I'm with you on that.
I'll
Game if you want.
This has been years in the making. I didn't see it coming this soon, but if you all want in, if you all want help, we can become a proper coterie. No secrets. Well, personal secrets. There's going to be leeway. Not everyone has to tell everything. But if we want to really band together for personal protection. I need help. I can't go into the city on my own. I don't want to.
Tess. Cass. This reminds me of a little story I've got.
I like stories.
It ain't got a wolf in it. It's based in the city. But I think this shit's... You might want to grab a pen and paper. This shit's about to get deep. You see...
I have a question.
Yeah?
I assume I know where we're going with this in terms of what story this is.
Maybe?
I think this would probably bring on one of Mac's, it's like a flashback almost in a film where it's like, it's like a voiceover and...
You could play the music if you like.
The music!
You can play the music if you like. Yeah, I was thinking the other thing, but no, not the other thing, but this thing. There's a few things.
No, actually, I think it would be this.
All right. Let me just set the mood quick. Just tap your feet.
Yeah, you go over to the car and twiddle the dials.
There we
Wait,
go.
are we even there? We're there, right? That's where we...
Okay, look. Listen. I know a detective once, right? He wasn't getting anywhere. He was a deadbeat. Been spinning his wheels for years. He was nice to everyone. He was a junior. No one paid him any respect, right? And he took a case once. A stupid case. It was dangerous. And a wise guy, he might have said to him, you know what? This is out of your league. You're gonna get yourself killed. But you know what? I think a really wise guy would have said to him. He would have said, sure, you're out of your league. You might get yourself killed, so don't fuck up. Play it smart. Don't fuck up. And maybe you wake up one day. And maybe you wake up in a whole new league. You won't be in the juniors anymore. And I'll tell you what, that guy, or those guys, whoever did that to Winnie, they weren't in our league. They were up there somewhere. And we need to get up there so we can fuck them up. And your sire, he wants to fuck you up. He's not in the juniors. And we need to fuck him up. As someone who's got their own sire killed, I can tell you, it can get you places. We got a case to solve. Yeah, sure. We might get ourselves killed. So we better not fuck up. Right?
Sounds about
Right.
to me.
Good. We better play this smart. We got a lot to do. Where are we gonna start?
I was thinking if you want to take a look around the city, see exactly who's burned, it's a good place to start. But from there, I had a little group planned.
Okay.
We meet some mortals. We teach them. We tell them everything I honestly believe. The animism, people have spirits, trees have spirits. And if they want to get anywhere in life, we can help them.
What you're proposing would get us killed if anyone else found out.
So we don't fuck up.
He's got it.
We don't let them know we're vampires. We don't need to break the masquerade for this. They just need to join us. We get our, we get a place in the city. We get our elbow in the door. And you as a priestess, you, Mac, as our eyes and ears, Chrys, you as the strong arm.
Existing. Yeah.
Oh, she's
You-
our
you-
muscle. Chrys, you're our muscle.
You are.
Girl,
Well,
I've
you
seen
can
you
be
fight.
whatever you want to be.
Hell yeah. I knew you were ambitious. I could see it. When you looked that guy in the eye the other night, you weren't just saying, like, fuck you and fuck the guy you're working for. You were like, fuck this league, fuck being a junior. You want a promotion, that's what you want.
Clay is the exact kind of fucking vampire that I have spent so long learning about. Hot-headed, eager to use whatever strength they have to kick someone's teeth in. That is not how I plan to operate. Subtle, smart. If we need to get the claws out, we do.
Much better.
But there's more power in knowledge. There's more power in building something for yourself, in building a new Carthage, a place of ideas and sharing. My clan has a bad history with that. I want to change it.
I
We
trust you.
start right here in Weirgate, with a few mortals for Kindred, and a little bit of help from a spirit that marks death.
And my mom.
And your mum. We can look after everyone. We can gather things for ourselves so that we can protect the people we love. This isn't going to be at the expense of anyone but our enemies. And those who have opposing ideologies. So that's my plan. It'll get a little more intricate as we go on, but I want to hear what you think and whether you're in. It's like Max said. We either fuck up or we don't. And when we don't, it goes really, really in our favor.
Tess?
Don't get better, get better.
We can do this.
I'm in if you guys are. There's no way in any of the afterlives that I'd be able to take them on without some help, and I really would love to protect the last parent or parental figure that I have. So yeah, I'm in. Chrys?
Well, you might be annoying and eat real food, but I'm with you.
Tess, you remember yesterday I said, if you're racing around, someone screws you over, I wanted to beat them up. I know you're getting screwed over real bad recently. Like yesterday, Winnie. Now you're Sire. Like, I know this shit's personal, but I'm willing to beat them up together,
I hired you to help with one of those particular issues, but I think I can put that aside and we can work together.
Yeah, it could be fun.
Tess, considering what you have recently learned is likely happened during that heist, how do you feel about Mac's failure now?
So shitty. So shitty. Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no.
Hey, look,
Pride is trying to keep her intact
Yeah.
right now, but oh god.
I'm also wondering, Mac, how do you feel now that you know that it's very possible an older, more experienced kindred like set all of that up so it would be virtually impossible to figure out?
Regarding the case or in general?
Regarding the case.
Regarding the case, he's more relieved because it makes sense, and it was
Yeah.
like it was something like now it fits together, so there's a little bit of relief.
Is
But-
he upset that he didn't figure it out himself, or?
Maybe a bit, but
Hmm.
I think he'll need some time alone to kick himself about that. Right
Yeah.
now, it's more
More active problems?
fixation
or, yeah.
on the present.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Tess. At the end of this, even if we do kill him, I tell you what, when we kill him, assuming you want to kill him anyway, that's assumption, my bad, but it ain't gonna bring Winnie back, and it probably ain't gonna make you feel any better, you know?
I doubt that.
Yeah, maybe a
I
little.
don't know what he wants though.
It'll stop him doing shitty things in future, though.
We'll figure that out.
Just,
But-
I don't know what they said that I took something from him or that he wants something, and I don't know what that is.
Well, maybe that's where we start, but we figure out what he wants, then we use it.
Tess, did you keep the horse on you, or did you leave it in your room?
No, I still have it with me.
Okay.
We need to see Rags, right?
Yeah,
You said he's in trouble?
apparently.
Right.
That's what Carl told me.
Okay, so let's set some priorities. Might I suggest no one goes anywhere alone the next few days? We don't know if they want to kill us. Well, we know your sire wants to kill us, so that's one person at least. Let's go in twos at least, eh? Priority, we need to see Rags. I'll go with Tess. I want to see what I can do to help.
I think that's a good idea.
I owe it to the guy.
Take a look around town, visit a few haunts. There's a couple of places we'll be able to find whether Kindred are dead or not. You want to come, Chrys?
Yeah, and I know someone who might know some stuff too. Max met him.
Keep an eye out for Saturday, too.
Yeah.
There's
Kid's
so
out
many
there on his
things.
own. We owe it to Winnie to look after him.
Yeah, and maybe Leah as well.
We need to find Leah, and
Maybe
need
we
to
should
see
have a
my mom.
list.
I have this list. No, listen. We gotta go see Rags. I gotta go see my mom. We gotta find Leah, and we have to figure out the Kindred situation.
And also the ghost thing and priestess thing, and if we're allowed to eat, and then where the Tremere went, and then
Okay.
Stuff.
Yeah. We'll do one thing at a time. Yeah.
Yeah, you two. You hungry? Can you go a day?
I'm all right.
That'll be fine.
I got a little hungrier after that whole
you did drop your burger.
Right.
drop my emergency. I'm just like I remember the burger and I just break down. I dropped my emergency burger.
It's always the food that breaks Tess.
Oh God.
Get you like a Chinese or something. It'll be fine.
Do you want a bunny?
Yeah, you a bunny.
No.
Can you two go a day without eating? Well, a night, but you know what I mean.
Me, I'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Do not feed until we've established if it's safe, okay?
Okay.
So, here's my question for everyone, because we're pretty much at the close of the show. If you want, we can go a bit longer if you'd like to start feeling out into the city. It depends on time and everything. Like,
I feel
I'm
like
I'm good, but my clocks didn't change.
yeah. This
Yeah,
was
yeah.
this was a thick, this was a thick episode, and I know there was a lot of things you all wanted to do. So
I
I have the
feel
time.
like progression wise, I feel like it's a nice like stopping point where like, okay, we got a plan, break, and then we like
Yeah,
go
then,
into
then
it.
we do the plan.
All right, let me ask you this then.
But yeah.
When you get out of them, I'm assuming you're leaving to go back to the city?
In our groups to go and do our things.
Yeah. So who is going with whom, and who is going where?
Chrys is going with Cass.
And Mac's coming with me.
And you are going to...
Mac and I are going to the jail to see Rags first.
And
Do you have anywhere specific you want to go?
well, both going back to Winnie's place and Elysium are relatively risky propositions at this point, so I think we should probably go see if your friend is still alive.
Kafka,
first.
yeah.
Yeah.
So to the bridge.
I mean, he did give me access to the rat place also, right? Or was it just sort of...
He said
No.
if you wanted a rat, you could have
Okay.
one, but he didn't take you there.
Okay. Well, yeah, swing by the bridge and probably try his normal haunts.
Okay. Tess, you call ahead, arrange with the guard that you know. He is on duty, luckily. I can't be that mean in an episode to you. I have to give you something.
You gotta wait a day. Bye.
So I'm not here, whatever.
Get fucked. Everyone you love is dead. Fuck you.
So we see Tess and Mac waiting at the side of the prison, being let in by a guard. Nods at Tess, being taken in, and we see a man sitting in like a little kind of detention room type area, kind of visiting area. He's bruised and a little bit bloody, got a cut on his eyebrow there. Also, we see Cassius and Chrys get to the bridge. It's no different walking through the city and driving through the city than it was the night before, or well, before you went to Cassius's haven. But one thing you do notice is like there's no sign of any uproar. There's no like there are a few people walking around like usual. Some of them a bit drunk, some of them, obviously jumping from one bar or pub to the next. Which may be understandable, seeing as Kindred tend to keep these things under wraps. And the sheriff's hold and the prince's hold was quite decent. Chrys, you see a rag tied to the bridge, and it is a kind of like very crimson dark red, which means emergency, be there until you get I'm gonna be there, basically, need to talk. So it's basically get to the place as soon as possible, because I'm gonna be waiting there because we really need to talk. And we see a few scenes over the city. At a bar up in Hunter's Walk. Actually, we've been to this bar before. There is a man sitting in a pure white suit with his hands steepled, shadow over his face, people walking around in Swift's bar. Around him, people coming up, the bouncers deferring to him. Down in the maze, someone walking down an alley just collapses to the ground. No sign of anyone else. Blood dripping from a sliced neck. Kind of oozing. It's not like spurting or anything. And it seems like, even though everything seems quiet, there's a lot going on at night currently. As territories shift, boundaries change, and new powers rise. And let's end it there. So thanks everyone for this episode. It was a
So
lot of fun.
thanks.
So thanks.
I had a rabbit.
Oh God.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I drank a
became
rabbit.
a priestess,
Congrats.
and I lost my birth.
Well, I mean, you know, like that was the best he could relate to what you
Yeah.
are, because you know,
Bruh.
yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
I will preface that moving this to all of you guys with the first thing I'll say, which is I was not expecting any of that. Past the initial meeting with Cassius, I did not expect any of that.
Yeah. I mean,
That
you
was-
did say he was gonna kill us, so
That was so out of left field. Like, okay, what I will say is, Vandy, your ability to walk headlong into your backstory is fucking ridiculous.
How? I've never, ever, in any,
Like-
role-playing campaign ever, have I ever, gotten this much of my backstory at one time, in, the first 5 episodes.
The silly thing is,
it's not the Vandy show here.
yeah, no, the silly thing is yours is the best hidden. Like, yours is the hardest to find out. All of this stuff, like the whole heist reveal.
I
There's
couldn't believe it.
literally no way for you to figure it out unless you went to go see Gravestone. Any other way is impossible.
Fuck me! Oh my God.
And
So really-
it would only work if you rolled really well to stay with
Carl.
Carl.
Girl, I cannot even believe.
Like and like you had to roll well to see the letter, and then you had to decide to read the letter.
Which again was
Which,
a
again-
total fluke.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What the fuck?
Anyway,
Josh trying to kill us all was a good thing.
I'm so sorry.
it was so ridiculous.
I
I,
was
loved it.
Like, I was
Wow.
like, Cass he's a
I'm
bit of a
like-
pushover at the moment. He'll do what you say. Oh crap, there was a sacrifice thing going. Oh yeah.
so what I'll say
Fucking killed me.
as we go around our players, our beautiful, wonderful cast. Feel free to talk about your thoughts on all of this, because I'm super interested, and I'm not in a hurry. So, Tash, how are you doing after that episode? Better or worse than the last one?
I really fully expected us all to be murdered.
Yeah.
So, although I'm not convinced that we're not going to be murdered in the
Mm.
future because of the mist thing.
Mhm.
We could be marked mysteriously. We don't know. Maybe we're on a timer. Who knows? So that's brain nice. I think that Chrys doesn't quite know whether to trust Cass fully yet, because she's not had any one-on-one time with
Yeah.
Cass. So this is going to be our little
That's totally what I want to do next week.
bonding,
Yeah, yeah.
or
Bonding.
else.
Well, oh no.
And I'm just enjoying it. You're all fabulous. You're all wonderful. Except sheeping.
Wow. So
Killed my
next up to shout at me and all of those wonderful things I've expected at the end of these episodes is Josh, Gaming
What's
FTL.
up? I didn't fully think through some of my choices today because I was like, Cass is not in the best of mindsets, and then slowly figuring everything out, and then it was I really, really liked that everyone came together at the end, and
Yeah.
Cass could finally give you a hint of what his plan is, that was supposed to be like a 500-year long plan, but seize the day.
Yeah.
3
Um,
hours later.
3 hours later.
But it's
Yeah.
actually the short version.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what would have happened in that whole thing if you didn't bring everyone else, or just if you didn't bring Tess?
Oh yeah. Well,
Because I think part of the seize the day is the fact that Tess is what Tess is.
well, I have a pretty good idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
I am so confused about why her sire is doing stuff. I don't know what is going on in the actual city though. I think I have no idea. I think it's just a power play, but
Well, I can
But
say
vampires are exploding, so
I can say one thing because it will come up pretty quickly next episode, and you probably will have yeah like the power base is gone, so it's the Wild West out here, bitches.
yeah.
Kind of figured since everyone important is fucking exploded.
That's
Red.
sort of what Cass is counting on.
Yeah.
But we'll see exactly how fucked it is. And
We've
how
got
we can
so
use
many
that.
people to murder.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh, did you
You're
enjoy
gonna be
your
after
dream?
doing most of that, Chris. Huh?
Josh, did you enjoy your dream?
No. Next person.
Next person is Hydra.
Oh, hello. How's it going?
Pretty good, thank you.
Yeah, that was fun. Max finally got a point where he's in his element. He's got a shitload of mess to deal with. He's got someone whose situation vaguely resembled with kind of his own predicament, or at least he sees.
There are parallels.
He's a black knight that thinks he's a white knight.
Yeah.
He does not have a good moral compass, but his sense of what needs to be done is based on some degree of thinking. I don't want to delve too deep into what his thought process is on that, but
We had a little sliver with his dream.
yeah, like he knows that he's got work to do in this. He knows he's got skin in this, and this is his. He feels right now that he is in the right place. Like this is exactly where he needs to be. He was a bit disappointed with his first interaction with a god. Was expecting a lot more omnipotence and like, oh yeah, I know the answer to everything. So he was a bit like, actually coming away from that, he's like, screw that. I just need to do detective work. Like, why am I asking a god for favors when I just need to go out on the streets and beat people up? So yeah, he's really happy right now. Well, not happy, but he's content, and he's
energized.
Yeah, he's got work to do, and he's got a purpose, and I think he's determined to not only come through the other side of this, but to drag the others with him.
Yeah.
So he's got lots of things he wants to do, but
I mean, there's a lot of things to do.
there's a lot of things to do. Yeah.
I'm writing the to-do list right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like he just wants to get stuck in. He just wants to get stuck in.
I think we all do at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
And finally, I'm interested to hear what she thought of my impression. But
I loved it. I loved it. When you sent me the message being like, okay, don't talk, you're still in the mist kind of thing.
Yeah.
I sat there and I was like, oh yes. This is what I've been waiting for. This is fantastic. Oh my god. And then like Sheepy as sassy Tess / possessed sassy Tess is like it's that good shit. Holy fucking shit. Okay.
So yeah, how are you
So I have
feeling
some
about
thoughts.
this episode?
I have some thoughts. So many questions have been answered so far, which is insane and amazing, like more than I could ever fucking imagine. The heist reveal was amazing. The Michael reveal was
I was expecting none of it. None of
me
it.
neither.
It was yeah.
But I think one of the things I'm like most happy about, especially towards like the end of the episode, was the fact that Tess and Mac can be friends now. Like, very, very difficult for her to even consider Mac to be a decent person because of the whole background and because she kind of like resents him a little bit. And then knowing that it was completely out of his control and that it's because of another person that she is very close with. That is so nice. And I think honestly, that might have been the tipping point to allow Tess to really think about, oh yeah, okay, I'd totally be part of this group.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she and Chrys, like, she loves Chrys. Chrys is, like, Chrys and her are, like, gal pals. Cass, she likes Cass's dog.
There's been bumps in the road with the whole Tess
Cass and Cass.
casting.
Yeah, like, it's just because Cass has so much going on behind the scenes that, you know, she's like, why don't you just tell us? Tell me the things. And so now, you know,
I feel personally attacked on that one.
Well, you know what? You answered that question. You said you did answer all the things.
I
and
haven't
then now
answered
it's
all
like,
the things. There's a lot more.
so many things though. I know,
Yeah.
but like so many. But yeah, I guess like Tess is still. I'm very interested to see how she reacts, or how, like, the inevitable scene where maybe she encounters Michael is going to be very, very interesting, and it's gonna, like, this doesn't get rid of all her daddy issues, but
It probably makes them worse, to be honest.
it kind of makes them worse. Yeah, she's just like very concerned for mom right now. Just like all she wants to do is like go and hug her mom. That's it.
Well, it is on the way to the prison, so, or on the way back, so you can pop in either way.
we would hit Rags' first, and then
Yeah, I imagine you're a little bit worried after that. No, like, really in trouble.
like okay, yeah, shit. But yeah, no, I don't want to. I did not anticipate this much of the backstory coming out this quickly at all.
And for the record, a lot of this stuff, Vandy didn't know. Like,
I have
the heist
no
and-
idea.
yeah.
Yeah, the heist I only know because I was away. The background about the priestess / medium thing.
Yep.
Nope. All I know is I know a little bit of background of where my dad was.
Yeah.
But haven't seen him in a while. So yeah, this is like one of the best campaigns I've ever played in. Can I just say that right now? Like, just in addition to like the storytelling and like having, you know, so many different people playing, you know, because like you got Chrys, who's like kind of like the tough but like a little bit more silent kind of brawler. You got Mac, who's like a 1920s whatever. 1920s, is that? I don't even know if that's the right era.
Could be.
You know,
I mean, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Noir kind of investigator.
Yeah,
and then you have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You didn't see the other Mac.
Oh,
You didn't see the other Mac.
No,
No.
and I can't see the other Mac.
I
That's the-
apologize. Don't make me feel
Okay.
bored. I already feel
Yeah.
super bad. I put in the chat that I felt super bad about as
He'll
a
be back.
storyteller
Yeah.
GM because I was just like laying all
It
the
just-
shit on you.
It'll
He'll-
just
he'll
make
be
me
back.
anticipate it more next time. But yeah, and then we have Cass, who's like mystery incarnate with a giant dog, and he's like Cass, you're like this. I don't even know how to explain it.
Good.
It's
There-
like literally that.
There is.
I don't know how to explain it. Like, he just has so much depth to him that I feel like I'm just like scratching the surface of the little pool, but like it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
freaking ocean underneath.
I mean, it's
know?
the same. Like, I worked with all of you and your characters. I can tell you it's the same for all of you. And, like, even Tess, who we found out quite a lot about, there is so much more to go.
I wanna learn about everybody's characters now.
Yeah,
I'm
we-
just like,
we
oh,
should
give
get
me
on
the
that.
juice.
The juice, the crunch.
Yeah.
Give me the good crunch. Give me the meat, you know, of the pie.
No secrets and coteries and broteries.
Yeah, I said that,
please.
and I was like,
The minute
maybe
you
some.
said that, I was like, oh,
I mean-
really?
I saw all
Well-
of you take a second and go like, I've got a few secrets.
I'm like, ah.
Well, I was sitting there. I was like, cool, fucking all mine are out there now.
Yeah,
Are they?
quickly back.
That you know of.
Yeah,
it's
you
like-
don't know what yours are. That's the good
Yeah,
thing.
at this point, yeah, there's very few things that I know as a person that, or don't know. Wait, what am I trying to say?
There's not much that the
prepare my words.
characters know that, you know, is just Tess's secret.
Yeah, pretty much what Tess knows is what I know.
Yeah.
And what you guys know, for the most part, is also what Tess knows. So, yeah.
Whew.
It's good.
I'm
We're gonna
having
need a
great
name
fun.
for
Sweating.
the
Is anyone
country.
else sweating? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just a little bit.
Sweating on the inside. I'm
Yes.
not hot right now, but mentally sweating.
I mean, we were at this point yesterday as well. I have a feeling like after the episode, I'm just gonna sit there for a while and just decompress and just be like,
You
"Alright."
said yesterday. It was a week ago.
Yesterday on YouTube.
a week ago.
I didn't even
I was
sleep
like-
after that. I was just like, Winnie, come back.
I could hear the pause and like the cogs turning for
Yeah.
literally everyone.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. I'm sure it was a week ago.
There is only
Like
Mondays.
how many numbers?
And like, I will say this: like, I love GMing. I love being a storyteller. I love playing in games. I've never wanted so much to just be next week. If you know what I mean. Like, I want to go on for 6 more hours at the end of every episode. I want to.
Yeah, me too, man.
It is
Everyone's
just
so good.
People
Lots
were
of
like,
steel.
oh, Mondays. I'm like, I like Mondays. I get to play that.
Not to
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I hate
totally
Mondays. Oh.
hijack another channel's expression, but is it Monday yet?
Yeah, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, the
Waiting
thing
for
is,
Monday.
who knows who actually said that first,
Yeah.
right? I think
Exactly.
it might was
You
was
said
you.
it just now first.
There you
Max
go.
from 1920s, so
copyrighted.
Yeah.
There you go.
bang.
So
Monday.
yes, please, everyone. I feel like at this point, everyone here deserves all of the attention from people watching. Go to their channels, give them love, check them out, everything like that. We'll be back next week, where hopefully at the end of it, my players won't hate me. I'm not sure that's gonna happen because I have a good idea of what's gonna happen next week.
Oh lord.
But then again,
Wacky fun.
I had a good idea of what was gonna happen this week, and nope.
Yeah, that's what happens when you give people
know-
a sandbox.
Yeah.
They play.
So, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you know Gods of Death next week, and see you then.
No promises.
Bye.